Extra, extra, read all about it. This is your daily tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. The dailies normally happen Monday through Thursday. They happen on Instagram. So that's born_without_boundaries on Instagram. Monday through Thursday, they happen on Instagram. So if you want to join the dailies, there's always, Monday through Friday, there's a daily. Monday through Friday, there's a daily, but on Fridays, Monday through Friday, there's a daily. Monday through Thursday, they're on Instagram. Fridays, here we are back on YouTube. Yes, I will be releasing Gemini very, very shortly, and then Cancer by the end of the day today, and then Leo and Virgo will come out on Saturday. I am still catching up. Hi, Josh. I am still catching up from being away, trying to like catch back up and get back onto the more normal quote unquote schedule. So there will be, of course, all 12 zodiac signs. I am also looking on Sunday to do a Vimeo exclusive content, which is a pick a card over there. So there will be a free version, which you'll have access to, whether you, if you follow Instagram, if you follow my Twitter and Facebook page, I will share the link. It will be a free video, and then there will also be an extended to the pick a card. So it will be a pick a card romance reading, messages that you may need to hear. So that's what I'm trying to do more often, is get some more exclusive content too. So welcome to Born Without Boundaries. This is a daily tarot card reading for all signs. It's not sign exclusive. It is 100% general message that maybe people need to hear. I only have one person on right now, but you know, that's okay. I will do the reading, and then if there's nobody on, you can just watch it whenever you come, whenever you get a chance. So let's get into the reading. First of all, and I gotta say, I forgot, I didn't forget, because please do check out your new moon predictions and readings. I did a new moon reading last Saturday, and that is broken down by zodiac sign. Everything is time stamped for you, so check that out. I'll try to attach the link above so you can go right to it. But I forgot. Oh no, I did not forget. Today is the new moon. Today is the new moon in Gemini. The new moon happens at 1:39 p.m. today, so in about an hour from now, Eastern Standard Time, it will be officially new. The color for the day is rose. And there we say there's a stole, and a little bit of advice to go through. So the moon is in Gemini. Check this out. Stop. So the North Node is now in Gemini. The moon is in Gemini. And the sun is in Gemini. Really, really harmonious, light. Fun. I would say fun, loving, and maybe a little bit of a relief in the energy. A stole is a strip of material, decorated with holy symbols, usually worn by clergy. Stole. When I think of stole, I think of mink stole. That's not what it means. That's not what we're talking about. The color of the day, like I said, is rose, and this is some super impactful Gemini energy. And it's really kind of nice energy. It feels really good to me. It lightens me up a little bit. You know, I thought that I had forgotten to do my new moon ritual. It's a ritual, I guess so. I cleanse. That's what I do. I cleanse my space with sage every new moon, every full moon, and then I, circle myself, meditate in a circle of candlelight. And also, because it's a new moon, what I will do is I will write down what I welcome into my life, and I will leave it. Since air sign, if it's an earth sign moon, I will bury it. But if it's an air sign, if it's a water sign, I usually definitely, especially Pisces, I will put it under my pillow because, it connects to dreams in the psychic world. But if it's an air sign, I usually leave it on my windowsill to sit by the windowsill and get the air and be in the air and be in the open space, which is what air responds best to. So that's what I will do. I will leave it on my windowsill to sort of soak up that energy until the next new moon rolls around. So welcome everybody that could join. There's still only 4 people, and I don't understand why. Oh, I do understand why. Nobody's getting the notifications. Yeah, nobody's getting the notifications. Shoot. This is why I only do so many videos on YouTube a day, because they only give specific amount. They only give 3 notifications. 3 videos get notified. That's it. 3 notifications a day, and nobody knows that I'm live right now because my 3 notifications, well, I'm sorry, not a day, but a 24-hour period. And I uploaded all of my, hey guys, thanks for everybody who is on. I uploaded all of my zodiac signs last night, and so it's still not a 24-hour period. That's what's messing me up. I should have waited till 3 o'clock. That's what I should have done. But anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is. Thank you for being here. I'm very grateful for your presence. So now that we've all caught up with those things that are impacting us, let's get into the reading. Now remember, this is a general message, and it's picking up on energies swarming around us. It's not picking up on specific signs. So let's get into the message and see what is for us today. A very beautiful day. I think I just restacked my cards in the same way. Six. Five. No, that wasn't 5. This is 5. 4. 3. 2. And are you ready? Let's shuffle. My fingers literally get cramped because I do so many readings. Yes, if anybody's wondering, I do personal readings. They are hour-long recorded readings. Always recorded. I do not do phone calls. I do not do live. Why? Because it's too crazy and hectic for me to schedule. I do so many videos every single day that it's too crazy and hectic for me to schedule those. So I do recorded readings, picking up on your energy and answer any questions you have during an email. An hour-long reading. And most of them go a little bit over, if not maybe 55 minutes to an hour and 20 minutes. That's kind of how it is, right? And it's a long reading. It's a long reading. So you get a lot of information that it gets revealed to you there. So I do hope that you will, inquire. If you are interested about a personal reading, that information is in my description box, in the description box below. And there we go. Just email me at BornwithoutBoundries@gmail.com. My website is currently a WordPress website. It's changing, so that's not the best place for me to get hold of me. If you want to get in touch with me right away, it's not the best place right now. If you want to get in touch with me about a personal reading or anything, BornwithoutBoundries@gmail.com. And of course, there is my Vimeo profile too, Born Without Boundaries to Row on Vimeo. Check me out there. You can subscribe to me there as well. Okay, this is weird. I don't really know what that's supposed to be. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to clarify that final card. So 11 card spread, the central card being the central energy, the left-handed card being past or where we started out, and the right-hand card being where we're headed, and then I'll do clarifiers. Let's go. I know, I actually wish that I could flip this camera around so you could see the cards. So we start off standing in our independence, standing in our power, maybe even becoming an entrepreneur, doing things on our own, connecting with spirit, knowing that being alone and being lonely are definitely not the same things, as well as being alone doesn't mean that you're alone. You know, just because you are maybe single, this is the single lady card, single lady, oh, the single lady, this is the single ladies card, you know, but it doesn't necessarily mean she's single. She's connected to spirit. Um, and that makes her very powerful. It makes her very strong, and it makes her very capable, and it makes her very unafraid. So whether it's a male or female, we're starting out with an energy that is very self-capable. And then we move on to a lot of abundance in terms of the 3D world, buying houses, being able to maybe, yeah, like make a commitment or get that mortgage approved, that kind of energy of house and home and happy family, but 3D grounded. So that does mean maybe not white picket fence, but kind of. I mean, just this energy of having good finances, wealth and abundance. That is 3D, not just emotional, but that is actually 3D. Having stability. Ace of Pentacles, so this is a very Camelot period, whether we're in it already or coming into it. So this is a sense of things going really well. It's a message of things are going to go really well. This is an opportunity. This is a chance that's coming into you. Be ready for it, be accepting of it, and know that it was divinely guided by spirit, as well as by your connecting to spirit. So in other words, it could be a message of all you have to do is tap in to what spirit is telling you, and guess what? You're going to go someplace. You're going to get far. That's going to be, maybe that's the breakthrough that you need. And then we have marriage, happiness, happy endings. Some people call this the 1111 card, wishes fulfilled. But this is a sense of a happy relationship, a happy coming together, stability. Almost, to me, it's almost like, to me, it's almost like a home base, if you will. It is a start of something. Let's put it this way: it's a start of something beautiful. This is really interesting. I also see coming into these cards, it's like if you focus your mind and chosen your vocation, what you want to focus on to make money on, and you're getting really good at it, there's a sense of an equal coming from the opposite side to pair with you, to meeting them, maybe even meeting them in the business that you're doing. Okay, now there's conflict, a little bit of resistance, haters. This is my haters card. And I call it the haters card because this is not anything that anybody cannot overcome, but it is irritating as hell. This is the kind of energy of people who will stand in your way and get in your way and throw crap at you. But you know what? It is not, it's bullshit is what it is. It's not like they're people that have a lot of power. They're just troublemakers. They're people that are irritating you and making things hard for you, yes, but they're not actually people who could get in your way. Okay, this is not like the Great Wall of China impeding your progress. Okay, this is a bunch of sticks that you can roll over and push through, but they're still going to whack at your nose, and they're still going to be irritating, right? But believe me, you can push through this energy. Queen of Wands. So this is some very attractive female. She's a lot of confidence in herself. She's got a lot of creative prowess. And this is the energy of chasing your creative instincts and intuitions and being good at it. And that's our central energy. So our central energy is that fire energy of confidence and forward progress, as well as creativity and invention. King of Wands comes out right beside her. Divine counterparts. We also have the Four of Wands on the table, so I can't imagine that this isn't a sense of some sort of telling of two people coming together, two people who do the same things, who are very passionate. This is a very passionate man. Once again, very, very good at what he does. Very progress oriented, very helpful, resource, maybe a hookup or a connection in the creative fields. But this is somebody who is very good at what he does. The World card. This is a new lease on life. It's almost like your second wind is going to be better than your first. It's like if you retired and you think, oh, life is over, it's just beginning. It could just begin in your 60s. There's a sense of, it's almost like it's like your second act is going to be better than your first one. That's what this is. That's what this energy, I gotta sneeze. Apologize. This is like, this is what the reading is. It's almost like your second act is going to be better than your first one. Damn, was I right? This is like, that's it. It's almost like your first act was in preparation for the second act. It's almost like you earned it. So there's a sense of, look, the good Lord, the universe, whatever you believe in, has come and said, yeah, you deserve this now. This is your second chance. So if you're waiting for a judgment to come, if you applied for something or whatever, the judgment's going to come down in your favor. You're going to get what you want to help you start this second life. Working hard and doing the work that you love. This is really good news for those of you out there who are chasing creative endeavors, or you're chasing your dreams. You're creating something, you're inventing something. Maybe you're building your own business. Maybe you're an actor, maybe you're a singer, maybe you're a writer. Whatever you're doing, especially creatively, which is entrepreneurial too. I mean, you could be building a chemical company, but the bottom line is it's yours from the ground up. You started it. So this is doing work on what you love, on what you believe in, and this is becoming extremely good at it and getting even better at it by studying and working harder to get yourself to be better at it. And literally, it's almost like a rah-rah, sis boom ba, cheering from the universe to say, keep going, keep researching, keep knowing more, keep learning more, be consistent, keep developing, because guess what? The money's going to keep coming in. The money's going to come to you. And then we have this card. And now I'm sure that it was supposed to be upright. Why? Because it is you moving forward. It is you moving on. It could, because this card is definitely actually physical movement from one place to another. Actually, maybe you're getting up and physically moving. Now, this card is really interesting because it implies that that's coming in the future. But there's a lot that's been built up behind it to get you to move. And it almost looks like, look, it's really murky, like they don't know where they're headed. So thank you for all those who waited. Thank you so much. Seriously, 10 people dropped off? Are you serious? Come on, man. Cut that shit out. That's irritating as fuck. So yeah, it was the connection was lost. So thank you for all of you who waited. So here we have this energy of moving on, having the courage to move on, because you don't necessarily know where you're headed. And that's what I want you to see is the murkiness of this card, is that, you know, things aren't defined. Things aren't certain. You don't have the friggin' map or the guarantee or the contract signed. And that tells me that there is a little bit, one of the ingredients to this recipe of success is taking a risk. One of the ingredients to this recipe of success is having faith. You know, you don't have to think about it as risk. All you have to do is think about it as faith. Faith knows itself even when it's not guaranteed. There aren't guarantees. Even when there's not science to back it up or proof or safety. Faith is an element of success. It is absolutely something that you need in order to be the kind of success that you're probably chasing. And so now you're just going to take off in faith. And I got this message yesterday on the Instagram daily, and I got to share it with you. And it's that sense of something that you did. And you made a statement to the universe that says, even if things aren't clear, even if I'm not sure, doesn't matter. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to find a way to get it done. And when I reach the obstacles, I'll figure out a way through the obstacles. So there was just a clear intent between you and the universe that says, all right, I'm just going to get it done. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to take these, like sometimes, because look what I do for a living, right? You know that I'm all into signs and synchronicities. Absolutely. But sometimes we get ourselves crazy with signs. You think it was a sign, or it must be a sign. I saw this song came on the radio, so it must have been a sign that I shouldn't do what I was about to be doing. It's like, no, at a certain point, you just got to basically know that you make a decision and you get it done. And there's going to be there's going to be obstacles, there's going to be complications, there's going to be challenges. None of the roads that we take are smooth and clear the way that they are in our dreams, because our dreams aren't 3D. I don't know, you know, our dreams aren't 3D. And the 3D world has a lot of rules of physics, laws, all those things that we have to conform to and manifest into. So there's always complications on the road to you manifesting your dreams, because you're taking a dream, you're taking something that is from a multi-universe, multi-dimensions, got no rules or laws, right? And you're pushing it into a very confined and three-dimensional length, width, and height, or like length, width, and depth, right? It's just defined already. Those are the rules of this world. So of course there's going to be complications. So every single thing that you run into that is an obstacle or a challenge, you can't take as a sign, oh, I better back down. This isn't easy, so I better stop. No. There was something that you did a while back where you just said, listen, I don't really know how I'm going to pay for this, but I'm just going to get her done. I don't really know how I'm going to go about doing this, but I'm just going to get her done. I'm just going to start now with what I know and learn as I go. And I'm going to keep trying until it happens. Like the only time I know when I'm done is when I'm actually done, when I've achieved what I expected to achieve. And there is that set in motion, that decision, that conviction set in motion, the universe to get the fuck on your side and be like, okay, that's the way you want to go. That's the way I'll take you. And what a magical thing happens when you conspire with the universe, when you literally lock arms with the universe and say, this is the direction I want to go. The universe follows your decisions. Most of your life, whether you want to know it or not, is the decisions that you have made. Most of your life. And we don't really realize that, especially when we're kids. And when we're kids, it doesn't count so much. But there is a sense of we're still on the very yin kind of angle. I don't like to say negative because that has a different connotation, though it is the negative energy. It's the receptive energy. It's the absorptive energy that is taking instead of giving. When we're children, that's what we are. We're takers, but we're supposed to be. We have to absorb in order to be able to give, come full circle, and give later on, right? So there is a sense of, yes, when you're a child, you're really not your own vehicle of consciousness. You're receiving all of these lines and scripts and rules and laws and energy from other people, and you're learning life through those things so that you have something to drive you when you take the wheel, right? That's what happens. So kids, it's not so much, but this is from when you were an adult, like a young adult to an adult. There's a sense of, yeah, the life that you're living right now is accumulation of the choices that you've made. And if it's not the life that you like, it's probably because you constantly made choices that moved yourself away from the life that you really wanted, because you're like, well, I can't get there, so I'll just take what's in front of me and do what I can right now. No, that's not and that's the mindset that has to change, especially with Jupiter in retrograde, to teach us to question our mindsets and question our beliefs. And guess what? We have to make a decision to look back and say, okay, yes, I choose to take this next step, but this step it can't be a step that I took because it's the path of least resistance. It's a step that I can take toward my end goal. And maybe I can only take one step now because I gotta wait for some obstacle to clear out. But the bottom line is, I have to stay on that. I have to stay with that in mind. I have to stay with that in my goal. And it could take you 2 years, it could take you 20 years. But as long as you stay on that, the universe will conspire in your favor. I guarantee. So what I want to ask the universe is, where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going, universe? Where are we going? I think the stage, let's put it this way. The stage is set. Interesting. So the stage is set for us to have the courage, maybe that we didn't have before, to pick up and leave. To actually take the leap of faith. I'm not even going to call it a risk. I'm going to call it the leap of faith that we needed to take in order to get to where we really want to be in life. So 2 cards fell out. And this is wish fulfillment and dreams coming true. So you are deciding to align yourself finally with your dreams, with what you want. And guess what? You're going to get what you want. You're going to get what you want in terms of divine counterparts. You're going to get what you want in terms of marriage. You're going to get what you want in terms of your career. You're going to get what you want, because this energy, this conviction in you is not going to stop until it gets there. And then there's a sense of learning more, taking time, being by yourself. That's the energy we started out with. Don't worry so much about the relationship, because the relationship that's coming is going to come as an outcome of the decisions that you've made. For right now, you are correct not to choose to be isolated, but to choose to be completely committed to your vocation and what it is your goals are. Take this time. Let this time be that period of time where you are introspective and working hard on what's in front of you. Now, what came out in the past, this is going to tell me, it's interesting because I asked the cards, where are we headed, where are we headed, where are we headed, where we're going. Well, that's interesting. I asked that, and this is how the cards responded. All of this shit in reverse. Why? Because we made bad decisions. We literally got ourselves into a circumstance that made us miserable and unhappy every single day, with feeling like there's almost no potential at all, because we made a lot of bad choices based on sort of pettiness, jealousy, fear, just a lot of this energy, just a lot of just bad, unbalanced energy, unhealthy energy. This could be an actual man in your past, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that took advantage and hurt you a great deal, caused a lot of suffering, caused a lot of damage. This is somebody who was very spiteful. This is somebody who was very self-invested. This is somebody who could, in some ways, be very much dangerous. They could have been messed up and had trouble with the law. I don't know what kind of you get involved with, but this was definitely somebody that you had to get away from. They were draining a lot of your energy, and it seems that things really took a turn for the better when you realized how blessed you were to be by yourself and to connect with spirit and make this not alone time, but work time and focus time. So it wasn't about keeping yourself alone. It was about keeping yourself focused on those end goals and where you really wanted to be. So now, where are we headed? It's interesting because I almost think the universe is like, where are you headed? Will you tell me? I'm not the one in the wheel. You are. You're the one manifesting. And that's when the universe is most proud of us. When we realize that we're supposed to be the ones making decisions. We're supposed to be the ones creating the currency. We're not the current. I'm sorry, not the currency, the current. We're supposed to be the ones. The universe isn't supposed to be. We're supposed to be the ones. That's why it put us here. We're the conduits. We're the representatives of the eternal here in the 3D. We're supposed to be the ones creating. That's what we're here for. So the thing that came to me right now is, listen, opportunities are coming. There's going to be money offered to you, maybe financial gain. It could be inheritance coming to you. It could be loan applications coming through. It could be grants or scholarships or just a really good career opportunity. There is a sense of something is coming to you, and it's going to help you. It's going to help you not have faith, because you already had that. If you didn't already have that, you wouldn't be getting this. But there's a sense that this is actually coming to you because just to support you. The universe will support you on your decision, especially if you've listened to it and you're now back on the path that's going to take you closer to your soul purpose. Speaking of soul purpose, I want to take out these cards. The Secret Language of Light by Denise Jarvie. Oh, that's what I was saying, so that you guys know. The cards that I use every single day are the Talisman and Cauldron deck. This is the Talisman and Cauldron deck. It's a specialty deck that was made by a friend of mine. And you can order it online. The link is in my description box below. But I want to get these cards out because they always have really wonderful messages. And I feel like this is the time to talk to energy and pure light and understand what exactly, just connect with it and be reminded of its messages to us. Because when we're in this mode, that's what we're doing. We're connecting with pure energy and pure light. That's what we're doing. So we have meditation. Okay, that's going inward, looking inward, getting ourselves centered, and getting ourselves to a place where we listen. Remember? Hello, we're in Gemini season. There's so much in Gemini. Venus is in retrograde in Gemini, right? We also have, like I said, the sun, the moon, and the north node all in Gemini now. Holy crap. Gemini party, yo. So what does Gemini teach us? Gemini teaches us how to communicate. And the root of communication is listening. It's not fucking talking. Okay? If you haven't listened first, you don't know what you're going to say. You don't know what to say. Because if you don't listen, you don't know who you're talking to. And you don't know how to deliver that message. And I've said it. I said it especially in the Libra video that I just released last night. There's a sense of, when Gemini energy comes into a reading, there's a sense of listen. Listen, hear what people are talking about, what people are saying here. Listen. Hey, Jackie and Amber, I'm so glad you found me, because I don't think that the notifications were on. Listen and hear, receive, pick it up. And that's what we do when we meditate. This is a wonderful time for you to meditate, for you to focus on nothing, on emptying your brain and just listening. Because in that listening, you're going to get the directions that you need, you're going to get the guidance you need, and you're going to get the connection you need to plug in to where you need to plug into to be received, to have your messages received and receive the messages that are coming through to you. So take some time out today and just meditate. Allow yourself that time. And if you can't complete the soul craft, this is you literally being the conduit of creation. And this whole reading is wands. So it is creation. It is forging something out of nothing. It is being the conduit of creation for the universe in the 3D world. So please know that this is definitely what you're up to. This is a sense of calming yourself, finding that root, rooting yourself in that listening to that voice inside of you, to know the direction to go, to know what to create. There's a sense of divine inspiration coming into you, 100%. Meditate, maybe even have a journal and a pen and paper beside you when you meditate, because if you're getting images into your head, these are images that you want to know. They're images that you want to follow and trust. So please do that. Yes, I will read the cards, Whispers. I love this card. It's so beautiful. That was sitting on top. And I do believe there is a sense of something that you hear, something like, it's like little tiny voices that are so easy to overlook. But don't overlook them. You'll be sorry that you did if you do. Let me put it that way. You're going to be so sorry that you did if you do. Please don't do that. Please don't. Please don't overlook those small voices. They're very important. Here we go. Even the whispers coming from the 3D world, right? Because that's really what smart people tune into and listen to. The whispers, the voices that aren't that strong yet. But if they're constant, you know they're going to get stronger. Those are the things you got to tap into. So what do we have? This is almost getting divine inspiration from those smaller heard voices or little known ideas, or picking something up that really appeals to you and believing in it and following it and trusting it. Let's get into meditation. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, actually. It is time to begin or resume meditation practice. Gently reflect on how far you have come. Emotional mastery means choosing to be in charge of your life by adjusting your emotions, ideas, and intellect to something that feels easier and softer. This discipline will liberate you by opening a door into the tranquility and wisdom of your soul's love. You can't go beyond limitations while you are still focused on them. Meditate by, well, what did I say? If you believe the walls are there, they're there. Because the hardest walls to climb over are the ones that are in your brain. Meditate on focusing on something that brings you joy, such as having a massage, playing with your pets, spending time with your children, or creating art. There is no right or wrong way to meditate. It is just a gentle shift in your attention away from the physical world and into a world of infinite possibilities. Meditation is a way of resetting your energy that brings you into a neutral space where you can move forward. Your life experiences have led you here. Allow them to be the catalyst that creates joy and freedom. So that's meditation. Quiet the mind. The only way that you're going to be able to hear those voices coming in, and I see 311. I love you, angels, is to quiet your mind. Your mind is constantly chattering. I mean, there's all these kinds of distractions and chatter around us already, but you're talking about when you quiet your mind, that's when that voice inside of you has a chance to actually be really loud. Life happens, listen to this is really good, soulcraft. Life happens from you, not to you. Oh damn, stop. Let me read this again. It's my favorite line. You came here to create reality, not to accept it. What? Okay. The thoughts, ideas, and topics you incessantly discuss are crafting your life. So focus on the ones that make your heart smile. You are ready to receive answers from your soul about any topics, thoughts, or ideas you want to change. Be wise in the crafting, and the path of least resistance will call you. Different soul vibrations will inspire different actions. If you are feeling tired, your inspired action will be to rest or to sleep. If you are feeling love, you will be inspired to do things that emulate love in your day. We all sense with our soul, but often override it with the rational mind. Trust your soul is bringing you the most up-to-date information. Word. Life happens from you, not to you. What if not that has been the theme of this whole reading? Life happens from you, not to you. Once you make a decision, the whole universe will conspire to make that decision into a reality as long as you stay consistent. Your choices define your reality, not your potential. Not your past, nothing else. Your choices define your reality. I guarantee you, everybody out there, including me, is living a life that is based on choices they made up to 12 years ago, right? It's like where you are right now has been determined by a path that you got on, slowly but surely. You know, one of my best friends got me into angel cards years ago, right? And I've always been into astrology, and I knew a lot about it. But she was the one that got me into angel cards, and she was the one that got me into saging during the full moon and new moon. And I didn't think to myself, this is my spiritual path. I didn't think, I didn't think much at all. I thought, in other words, all my thoughts did was confirm my emotions. And my emotions were, this feels good. This feels right. I like this stuff. And then my thought was like, okay, confirmed. This is good stuff because I'm interested. It's like my interest, my passion for it was confirmed. My brain got on board with my heart and mind working at the same time, being like, oh, I'm passionate about it. Oh, I'm interested in it. Linked up, confirmation. That's all it was. It wasn't I'm going to do this for a living or anything at all. No, it was like never, ever, ever in a million years did that even come into my mind. But there was a sense of, I love this stuff and I'm really interested in it. So I'm going to learn more about it. I really love this stuff. And so that's how it started. Maybe way back in 2006, kind of like 14 years ago, was when she started, introduced me to like saging and burning on the full moon, like burning those things you want to get rid of. She taught me very rudimentary things, and she didn't even ask to teach it to me. She was like, I'm going to do it. You want to join in? And I was like, yeah, I'll join in. So little by little, it's like we pick up those things along the way. It don't matter how long it takes. And I haven't arrived yet. I'm not completely arrived, but I'm just going to keep going with those things of, I really like being here. I just like being here. I don't know anything but that. That's the only thing my brain can confirm right now is that when I'm here, I feel good. You know what? That's all you can need. Okay? Because when you trust in that feeling, happiness is that gauge that says, ding, 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 you're balancing right here. You're vibrating completely harmoniously when you're really happy. Not when you're aroused or excited. All that's bullshit. But when you're actually like, I feel good here. That's like a ding, 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 ding. Then stay here. Stay in those places where you can be your complete self. Stay in those places that are genuine to your nature. And if you keep aligning yourself with those places, that's like literally you following that path or those benchmarks that the universe put into place. It's like you following the breadcrumb path that the universe put into place on the day that you were born. It's like, that's, yeah, you were supposed to arrive here. And that's the feeling you get. It's like that soulful, spiritual chomping of that spiritual breadcrumb of just like, I was supposed to be here. This is right for me. You just got to keep being in those places that are right for you. And even in the small moments, just got to keep being in those places that are right for you. Whispers, like I said, little whispers. Being able to listen to those quiet voices, because it's not even a real voice. It's a feeling, it's a vibration. That's what it is. You have to feel. I feel good here. I like these people. These are goofy people. I like them. I like being here. I like being around. If I'm happy here, I'm just going to keep hanging out here. And whatever happens, happens. That's what it has to be. That's what it has to be. Because if you feel good there, then you're supposed to be there. Your mind and heart. Oh, I just mentioned that. Your mind, and I didn't read this first. So your mind and heart are expanding to hear your soul whispers. You are or will soon find it easier to interpret and understand the vibes of your soul through how you feel. Open the door to soul whispers by feeling appreciative. Close the door by feeling judgmental. The messages are always there, even if you are not receiving them. Practice feeling soul vibes to clarify your intuition and psychic senses. Just like we know a dog can hear sounds we can't, your intuition interprets waves and impulses outside of your conscious awareness. This card is also prompting you to take notice of your dreams. When you are asleep, you cease conscious thought and resistance, making it easier for you to receive soul transmissions. If you embrace the messages that come through your dreams, you will invite more of the same. If you don't like a dream, see it as a sign to shift your focus or change your belief. Remember that when you wake up, and I read this, I saw this on YouTube, and it was the greatest message I ever had, because I used to do this all the time. I still do. When you wake up between 3 and 5 a.m. in the morning, that's like a recharging, very spiritual, very holy time. Get up. Like, let yourself actually wait. Don't force yourself back to sleep. Let yourself get up, plant your feet firmly on the ground, and let all those images that are flooding into you, just let them flood in. And have a piece of paper, like keep it beside your bed to write down all those things that 10 to 1 you're gonna forget once you go back to sleep. Because you know your ass ain't gonna get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. But it's like, yes, give yourself that meditation time to take in all of those colors, those sounds you hear, the vibrations, the images that appear in your mind. Write them down so you don't forget them and you can review them, because that is a life-changing event. That is literally the universe like dumping information, almost yelling at you during that time. It's when it could be heard the loudest. I don't know where that I wonder if I put that I wonder if I put that video into my recommended playlist, because I do have recommended videos, a playlist filled with just stuff that I recommend you guys watch, because I think it's really helpful and it helped me a lot. So I do have that. I don't know if it's in my recommended playlist. I even forget the name of the guy who did it. He's very big on YouTube. He has like 500,000 followers or something like that. So it's not like you can't find it, but it was definitely what you need to do when you wake up between the hours of 3 and 5. It is a great time to just really receive those spiritual messages and really be able to hear that inner voice speaking. And like I said, it always have that pen and paper down, even just to write a few words to remind you or kickstart those memories. Because I don't believe I know we forget things, but I almost believe that it's all always there. It's just, can we recall it? You know, because once it's happened in our brain in some ways has restored at least the impressions of it. So there's just a sense of I forgot it because I can't recall it. So it might just, even for you to even just jot down red or triangles or houses or anger, all of those things, just jot them down, quick, easy words, so it doesn't interfere with you continuing to receive. It could be just words that help to kickstart or jump or trigger those memories again, so that you can like get full description down. Anyway, let's go into the angel cards. Okay, let's go into the angel cards. I do have a personal reading today. Very glad for that personal reading. Thank you so much to all the people who request personal readings for me. Harmony, disharmony. I don't, this is the one card I don't like, but anyway. Disharmony occurs when we try to resist life's natural flow. Everything has its cycle. Every stage of life has its own unique meaning and purpose. Every day can be harmonious if we want it to be. To keep things in harmony. Harmony is an everyday thing, but remember, to keep things in harmony, you need to keep your instrument fine-tuned, right? So you got to keep your instrument, your body healthy, your mind open, your eyes open, your heart open, keeping your instrument tuned, number one, or else you're never going to get harmony. And number two, always be listening. Because having that ear is so, so important. To be able to listen is the only way that your life becomes harmonious. So this is a really great practice in listening right now. And then we have Imagine, which is one of my favorite cards. Clearly visualize the life you want. Feel it in your heart and soul, and so it will be. Now, I do this all the time. I literally almost can lose myself in living the life that I want in my head. And that's my pitfall, is that I have to get out of my head and figure out, okay, how do I get this on the road? And sometimes when we imagine, and I have a very active imagination, so sometimes that's a big problem too, because like I said, when I said the message in the beginning of this reading, it's not going to be the same in the 3D world as it was in your dreams, because there's a lot of different complications and a lot of different imperfections. So that's something that you have to know as you go into this and allow. And a lot of times I've found that my idealism gets in my way. Because if it's not exactly like the dream as it is, it doesn't feel as easy as the dream, well then it must be wrong. Well, that's bullshit. Because dreams are easy because we're in total control and there are no rules at all. We define everything. There's no laws of physics in our dream. None. There's no time, there's no linear time, there's nothing. You can go into the past, you can go into the future, you can go back and have it with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like there's infinite possibilities in that realm of the imagination. And that's why it becomes so disappointing when it doesn't feel so fluid in the 3D world. But it's not going to feel fluid in the 3D world because the 3D world isn't fluid. The 3D world is solid. It's that stop. It's that blocked in. That's what it is. There's restrictions here. But that doesn't mean that we can't build this 3D world. We're supposed to be building this 3D world in the likeness of our imagination. Just don't let the frustrations and the obstacles and the restriction and gravity of this 3D world. Don't let it get you down. Don't let gravity get you down. Just know it's there and figure out a way around it. Healing. I, the angel of healing, am with you right now. Feel my presence and my unwavering love for you. I have loved you before the dawn of time, and I will love you for all eternity. That's beautiful. It's a wonderful message, and why should we not believe that it's true? That there is an entity looking out for us and loving us and guiding us and protecting us and believing in us. Why should we not believe it's true? Like, what happens if we believe it's true? You know what I'm saying? It's like, why not? Why not? I love when angels are around me and I can feel their presence in my life. Okay, so what else do I want to choose? That's pretty much it. Sometimes these cards are good. Angel wishes. Sometimes they're not. They don't make sense to me. Let's see what wants to come out. While you have a pulse, make every beat of your heart count. Okay. That's kind of why they don't, lots of times, resonate with me, is they're a little too generic. But this is good. While you have a pulse, Make every beat of your heart count. If it doesn't feel right, the answer is no. Wow, those resonate big time. If it doesn't feel right, the answer is no. And you know, listen, that's hard, right? Because for years I worked in the corporate world and it didn't feel right. It never felt right. It made me miserable. It was literally like poison to my veins. But I had a kid. I needed food, I needed money, right? So that's why it's like that's almost why sometimes it's difficult to know what's the right thing to do, what's the wrong thing to do. Because it's like, would it have been the right thing if I just said, I'll live in a homeless shelter for a while until I can find something that doesn't make my heart feel like it's being swallowed whole? I don't know. For me, the answer was no. For me, the answer was I'll sacrifice the happiness so that I could keep food on the plate and a roof over our heads. Like, that was me. But inside of me, there was always this connection to knowing where I'm really happy, just not really knowing how to get there. And like I said, I think it's really interesting in that you are guided. There is a GPS through life, and it is that happiness. And when you touch upon it, you know what's the next step to take. You know what step to take and what the step is to take in the next direction. You just know when things sound interesting to you, and sometimes they're so subtle you think, oh, this is just a happy moment, and you let it go. But those happy moments are actually the next footstep in, like, I saw pebbles, or what do you call it, stepping stones. This is the actual next stepping stone to land on in the 3D world, when something feels right. So there is a guidance system. There is a guidance system. Whew, I don't know why I'm so tired. I should be. Kisses me up all night. She's, like I said, she just got spayed. Everybody, I think people know that. So my puppy, Kisses, just got spayed. And it was kind of a difficult night. Not bad. She's doing actually very, very well and healing very nicely, just from yesterday. But there is a lot of frustration with her because of the collar that she has to wear. She hates it. It's very uncomfortable for her. I'm going to try to go out today and get her something new. We'll see if that works. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go because yes, I do have a personal reading. Like I said, definitely look at least for Gemini and Cancer to come out. Gemini will be coming out soon. I already recorded it yesterday. And Cancer will come out later on this evening. And then Leo and Virgo are going to be popping up on Saturday. Please do be on the lookout for them. And, I wanted to announce, this is a big announcement. So my friend Lonnie Frazita has a YouTube channel called Absolutely Long Island, a little play on Absolutely Fabulous, a very popular show. What was it, in the 90s? And anyway, it's where her and her sister like find local places in Long Island, and they also talk about dating in Long Island for women over 50, and it's hilarious. She's featuring me on her show on Saturday, and I think it's going to air next week. And she's going to ask me some questions about astrology surrounding love and romance. And so I'm going to be on that show. If you want to tune in, I will definitely give you the link once it comes out, when she publishes it and edits it and publishes it and stuff. I will provide the link so you guys can watch that episode. But I'm really excited about that. Anyway, I just want to say thanks, guys, for jumping on here. Even when the announcements aren't made, I think we do much better on YouTube than we do on Instagram, unfortunately. But I'll see how that plays out. I really love you guys. Happy Friday. Happy new moon. It's almost upon us, actually. In about 30-40 minutes, it'll be the full new moon. So check out those predictions that I created. And I will see you guys on Monday for the next live. Bye.